from Houston, Texas, United States of America. This is Smart Madu Ajaja, the convener of Open Nigeria and Africa Unite, and the anchor of Nigeria now at ONN and the Nightingale Radio International, all the way from Houston, Texas, United States of America. Yes, how are you doing today? It's 3:03 a.m. Central Standard Time here in Houston, Texas. Yes, the quest for change in Nigeria is driving me really good, and we got a bunch of message that we need to deliver to every sector of Nigeria. Yes, Nigeria is in a dire trouble. Yes, dire trouble on all front, no front, no aspect of Nigeria is doing well. Everything in Nigeria is ailing, and something got to be done, and urgently too. That is why we are sleepless at night and restless in the daytime, hoping that our people in Nigeria will get this message and get inspired to set themselves from this obnoxious captivity in which they have found themselves. It is a very pitiable situation. It's a very sad situation. I grew up to see a little bit of the goodness of Nigeria. I am 62 years old, going to 63. When I was growing up, I saw a glimmer of a lot of promises for Nigeria. But within such a short period of time, everything seemed to have evaporated. And the country is now rudderless. All manners of criminals have taken positions to finish off what is left of the country. It is so painful, so annoying. You know, in education, in healthcare, infrastructure, national security, economy, everything messed up. Hey, Ricky Ricks, hey, how are you? Good morning. How you doing? Yes, nice to see you again. Yes, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Please, brother Rick, share. Get some more people involved because, hey, heroine Dragona, white people are gods. I don't know about that. White people are no gods. But I don't want to take you on that. That's not. I don't want to be distracted from this. I don't know why you would say that white people are gods. I don't think that is proper. Maybe on another day you will explain to us why you believe that white people are gods. They are not gods. They are human beings, and that's all. Don't apportion to them what they are not. And I'm not sure this generation of white people want to play God. You know that they are not God. All right. Well, we are talking about Nigeria, and that is what we are talking about. And the topic of discussion is um, I am addressing the academia. Yes. Yes, thank you, Riggs. Yes, we are all human. That's all. There's only one race, human race. Yeah, but people amplify some other things to get the people divided. We don't care about that. But at an appropriate time, we will talk about that. But this is outside what the topic of our discussion is today. All right, Nigerian, yeah, open stopper. How are you? All right, welcome. Thank you. Yes, absolutely, brother Rick. I got to stay focused. Now, I have questions for my brothers and sisters in the academia in Nigeria. And they work so hard. As far as my brother is a professor, my immediate senior brother is a professor, and I know how hard he worked to earn his PhD. And if Nigeria was such a country that rewards excellence, I don't see any reason why my brother should not be the minister of education because he's a revolutionary. and I know what I'm talking about. If I were to be president of Nigeria, I won't think twice before I appoint him Minister of Education, because I know what he can do, and that he can go there and do that job. And I won't even bother I will go to sleep, with him in charge of the education ministry. But sadly, we are in a country where everything has to be driven by nepotism. You have to know somebody in order to get something, and that is why they put the wrong people, yes, wrong drivers in the right vehicles, and then they go and mess up everything. That is why Nigeria is messed up. It's funny, but it's so annoying. I'm raging as I'm speaking. How Nigeria went so bad, and splattering. Yes, nepotism, corruption, tribalism destroyed everything. Thank you very much, man. Yes, yes, nepotism. Yeah, your brother is not good enough, and then you appoint him into a position where he cannot perform. That was how Buhari messed up Nigeria. You see, Buhari, he came. He's a dullard on his own in the first place. He came and recruited his Fulani brothers who don't know anything. They have not done anything that is anything tangible. They came, a legion of thieves, came and descended on Nigeria. They destroyed everything. They destroyed everything. Yes, because he does not love Nigeria. Thank you, J-Log. Thank you very much. Please do us a favor. Yeah, help us share this message. Get some other people involved. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, John, Mello, I don't know what you mean by parking. Yeah, I can park. I'm head bent on the getting Nigerians to start thinking. So today we are talking about the academia. And you know what? With so many universities in Nigeria, with a lot of professors in Nigeria, some bloody fool who did not go to school, a lot of them, the political class, a lot of them were school dropouts. Yes, now they are the ones making rules. They are the ones making laws. They are the ones crafting policy for Nigeria, for a Nigeria with so many intellectuals. Nigeria that has some of the brightest minds. If you are bright in Nigeria, you are cursed, because they will not give you any opportunity to express yourself. Yes, and Nigeria is a place where people buy employment. Yeah, they buy employment. Politicians sell employment opportunities to their girlfriends. They give them to their girlfriends who don't know a damn thing, and then sell the others to men who don't have anything in their head. And what do? When you put a man without capacity in a position of authority, what do you do? What do you expect? Disaster, destruction. That is what Nigeria has become. And that is why we are where we are. Giant of Africa with everything in it. I'm talking about everything, natural, mineral, and human resources being wasted. Yes, with the country going down by the second, because the good people in Nigeria are never given the opportunity to express themselves. And the good people, for some reason, have gone to sleep. They have resigned to fate. They now believe that there's nothing they can do. Some even believe that it's an act of God, that it's only prayer that can save Nigeria. How will God come and save Nigeria, for goodness sake? How will prayer be the only thing that will save Nigeria? God gave you dominion. Why will God come and do the same thing that he has given you the power to do? The people of Nigeria, need to wake up. The good people of Nigeria need to wake up. The good people went to sleep. When good people go to sleep, evil does what? Take over. And that is what happened. Nigerian intellectuals went to sleep. Yeah, in most countries, the intellectuals, when they speak, the country listens. But Nigerian intellectuals are not speaking. Quite a few of them are corrupt too, and part of the problem. Yes, when they appoint, you see, when they appoint university vice chancellors to oversee elections, I don't even know how they started getting involved with the conduct of election. I think somebody wanted to see that there was order, that some sanity will come into the electoral system. But soon as they got into that, they became corrupt and are rigging elections for thugs to become their leaders. And that is exactly what is happening. Now, do you know that Nigerian universities administration, as they sell university degrees. They sell them to politicians who refused to go to school when it was time, when they were supposed to go to school. Now, suddenly, when they become politicians, they know the importance of education. And then instead of going through the process of getting education in order to get degree, they go approach university administrations to buy degrees from them. Yes, the rot in Nigeria, no area of Nigeria is spared. It is sad. It is sad. So that is why I'm asking them today. You are a professor. You are a university professor, including my own brother. He's a professor. Good guy, great guy, who could turn the educational system in Nigeria around. But they won't give him a time. If I tell you how the hard time my brother faced, it was later he told me the truth about, well, sometimes I will be asking him, are you okay? Are you okay? He will tell me it's okay. Until one day he told me what he was going through. Yes, because he was publishing so much papers. Now, those there are not publishing. They became uncomfortable that he's flying. His papers are being published in international journals. They started giving him trouble to the extent that he started thinking about committing suicide because the pain was becoming too much. A young man with whom I went to school at Delta State University, Abraka, the guy died because of frustration. We were high school mates. He was a very bright student, so he went into academics. Yes, he was frustrated to death at the Delta State University. That was where he died. I don't even know if he committed suicide because they said his condition got so bad. He was so frustrated. Not in everything he did, they were throwing him here and there. That was the same thing they were about to do to my brother until I discovered. So I told them, okay, I'm going to jump on that university. I guess something happened. A new vice chancellor came, and then he did right for my brother. So it's cool now. But many people are not cool. And this same disease across the country. Now they have ASU. What is ASU doing? Why should a bloody fool who is in a national or state assembly, a bloody fool who did not finish school, is a governor in Nigeria, is earning more money than a university professor who spent 4 years as an undergrad. He went and did another 2 years as a master's degrees program. And then 5 years. Yes, how long it takes to produce a PhD? About 5 years. Count it, how many? Now 11, almost 12 years. Burning the candles. One idiot is a state governor. Some of them were rusticated from school dropouts. He comes out, becomes the governor. He becomes the chair of every policy making. And he's a member of the state assembly. He's a senator. And he's a president without certificate, a drug dealer, and an identity thief. Earning more money than a university professor. Where does that happen? Only in Nigeria. Where does that happen? In Germany, the highest paid people are the teachers. Why should the teachers not be the highest paid people in Nigeria? Why are the nurses not the highest paid people in Nigeria? Because these are the people who are touching people every day. They are the people who teach everybody, who heal everybody. Yes. Why are the firefighters not earning as much money? Why is the police not earning as much money? Bloody fool, idiots, drug dealers, certificate forgers, identity thieves, school dropouts, people without certificate, now who are buying PhDs in order to feel good that they went to school. They earn more money. They make policy for those who have high IQ. So this is the question I'm asking Nigerian professors, Nigerian university teachers, those who are teaching in other tertiary institutions. Now, I ask you a question. Do you value yourselves? Do you value yourselves? When are you going to ask this important question? And who is going to ask it for you if you are not rising up? Why do you join politicians to rubbish you? Yes. How come? I see one, they say, a classical example. Edo State governor in Nigeria, a governor of Edo State, he could not pronounce 600 million. You need to hear Okpewolo speak. He can't construct a good sentence. Yeah, agreed, English is not our language. But when you become a governor in Nigeria, English is the language of communication. Okpewolo cannot make one sentence because that is the stooge some people wanted for them to have their way. Apart from the fact that he cannot construct a sentence, his IQ is so low. The guy is so unintelligent, and they made him governor. How? Where did he go to school? What certificate did he have? Perhaps like Buhari, he had a NEPA bill as his certificate. So that is how badly Nigeria has fallen. Now, asking Nigerian university professors, I asking those in polytechnics, I am asking those who are teaching at the schools of nursing, I am asking those who are teaching at the various colleges of education in Nigeria. Are you not ashamed of yourselves that bloody fools, yes, who have no certificate, are members of the National and State Assembly? Some of them are governors over you. You who is teaching, what are you teaching? What kind of people are you graduating into? No wonder majority of the graduates from Nigeria right now cannot express themselves. And this is the reason why when they come to the United States, they are made to start from A again. They are made to start all over, yes, again. Because the certificates coming out from Nigeria is valueless and useless because there's no teaching and learning taking place in Nigeria. Yes, this is how rotten Nigeria has gotten. No sector is spared. I am talking about Nigeria. I started reading and writing and sending international mails when I was in elementary, third grade in Nigeria, 1973. I was already reading about the Chinese Revolution. Yes, I read a lot of books about the Chinese Revolution, starting from third grade. I could read and write. In fact, my father taught himself how to read and write. And then he will make us read letters. When his nephew will write him a letter from Kano, after he has read it, he will give it to us to read and interpret to him. He wanted to make sure that we knew what comprehension means, reading and comprehension. And then when you interpret it to him, then he will give you a handshake, very rare handshake that my father would give to you, just to tell you that, yes, you did a good job. Now, what is happening? Nigeria has fallen so flat on its face because of the tragedy of leadership. Yes, made as a result of the bad choices the people of Nigeria have been making. Yes, every bad choice, every choice you make has a consequence. We are dealing with a litany of the consequences of the more terrible choices, series of them that we have made as Nigerians. And we don't have a country. I just discovered it's becoming more real every day how much we don't have a country. Nigeria is an expansive entity with almost nothing inside it in terms of what is critical to building nation. Yes, you see what is taking place in the north of Nigeria. When you hear people speak, when you hear people talk about north, I'm a northerner. You see, the mindset is different from the mindset of the rest. The mind at the independence, we discovered it was clear that there were some people who were not ready to be Nigerians. But to what the British wanted was to create that confusion, putting the whole of these unlike terms together for their own economic benefit. So it didn't take long before the country uh, started burning down. And this is where we are. We must reset that country. The people, some people in Nigeria, some regions like the north of Nigeria, the elites there are wicked, they are evil, they are savage, they are morally bankrupt and so corrupt. They are not Nigerians. They don't care about Nigeria, but they use the name of the north to as a bargaining chip to rob Nigeria and the Nigerian people. 87% of our brothers and sisters living in the north live in abject and really obnoxious, abject and extreme poverty. While less than 1% of the elites, yes, driven by their feudalistic oligarchy, are holding the people there in chains. And this is what we must break. They are the ones that have been preventing Nigeria from integrating and uniting. They are the reason there is Boko Haram. When you hear Boko Haram and other terrorist organizations, they are the only place where all these terrorist organizations are coming out. Yes, only in the north of Nigeria. And people say they don't know who the terrorists are. They are chasing their victims. Yeah, the ones that have those little AK-47. But they know the masterminds. One of the masterminds is a minister, their minister of defense. Another one, a terrorist with ties to Boko Haram, is their vice president. Yes, you know terrorism and drug dealing goes together. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a drug dealer. Shetim Kasima is a terrorist. What is it called? Bello Matawali is a bandit. Can you see the bad porridge that Nigerians are dealing with? And you are telling me you want to fight insurgency in Nigeria. How are you going to win? I don't understand. So the people of Nigeria are asking our professors, they are supposed to be the minds of the nation, but they have failed woefully to play that role. Some of them have become accomplices in the evil, in the conspiracy against Nigeria. That is why they cannot bargain for better working conditions. That is why when they go on strike, they can't hold their ground until their demands are met. They will go back and then continue to live in the same squalor that they are living. University professors cannot earn enough living wage. Yes, they live from hand to mouth. 12 years of studies, and then you come, an idiot who did not break chalk is making policies for you, and you are calling him my leader. You are calling him my excellency. You are calling him all kinds of honorable and comrade. Yes, it's a shame. So the academia has failed Nigeria. The professors in Nigeria have failed Nigerians. They have failed their country. We thought that in the past, the people from the academia were speaking for Nigeria. The people from the academia, including the students, through NAS, were the engine room. What was holding, they were the ones holding the Nigerian government accountable. But right now, they have been politicized. They have joined the system. And now the system is dealing with them. Yeah, all our universities in Nigeria are run down. Yeah, you don't want to train your dog in a Nigerian university. They will go to school one day, 3 months on strike. Yes, there's nothing like teaching and learning taking place in that place because they have destroyed that critical sector of Nigerian life. So this is the situation we are. So this is the reason why I am asking them this question. What happened to the standards? Yeah, Nigerian universities were so good that I saw some Americans, an American I met him, he's a professor at Florida A&M University. You know where he went to school? University of Ibadan. That was where he got his first degree. He came all the way from the United States to attend the university in Nigeria. A lot of Indians used to come to Nigeria to go to school. Yes, it is Nigerians now that are looking for scholarship to run away from their country to go to school in America, go to school in Germany, go to school in France, go to school everywhere. Yes, yes. And you know what? A lot of Nigerians are trooping outside to go to university. And you know what it's costing the country? A lot of money. Yeah, is flying away from Nigeria into these various economies because we have bad business managers managing Nigeria. Can you imagine someone? I don't want to even talk about Bola Ahmed Tinubu's policies because I do not accept him as my president. And so discussing his policies will be like validating him. But I see he's running the country into the ground deeper than Buhari did. Yes, he has buried the country. And they say he wants to tax some people. He's doing a tax. On what account? Who is he going to tax? Dead people? People are dying in droves in Nigeria. I don't know. And companies are leaving Nigeria. They are talking about corporate tax and all this rubbish. Which company are you going to tax? All the companies are running away from Nigeria because Nigeria has become a hostile business environment with absolutely nothing. The people have no purchasing power. What are you going to tax? Are you going to tax the graves or are you going to tax dead bodies? It's stupid. You know how this now another thing is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, France is being kicked away everywhere from Africa. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is romancing with that young man they call Macron, who married his great grandmother. All right, because France is in a tight corner. Yeah, I saw what Putin said about France that he doesn't even need to attack France, that their former colonies will colonize them, and that is a statement of really big prophetic something that is coming to pass. France stole so much from 14 of its colonies, 500 billion US dollars every year since the past nearly 65 years that little country was stealing. The same thing Britain is doing to Nigeria. Yes, what drives the British economy is money stolen from Nigeria. That is why they are parasitic. That is why they don't want Nigeria to go. If Nigeria goes, yes, British and France will collapse. The only economy that exists in Europe is the German economy. Yes, that's the only economy that is independent of stealing from Africa. So, Nigerian professors, you have failed your country. You have failed yourselves. You have failed this generation. And you have failed unborn generations. Can you reinvent yourselves? I don't know, but I know a lot of damage has been done. A great number of you are picking crumbs from the thieves, little thieves, who passed through you, those who were failures, dullards in your classes, who become politicians, because that is the biggest industry in Nigeria. And then when they become politicians, you start calling them your boss. You start calling them your leaders. Yeah, the little boys. So it makes me wonder what you are teaching right now to the people you are graduating. I expect that the teachers of a high grade as yours will be able to impart the generation, influence their thinking, positively for the good of Nigeria. But what do we see among the youths of Nigeria? Youths of Nigeria who are looking for quick ways to make money. Yes, they are not even interested in anything. And when you engage them, majority of them are without content because they didn't learn anything in the universities. There is no moral, everything, the moral fabric of Nigeria is broken. The moral compass is lost. Where are we? And that is a place where you guys are. It's supposed to be a place where you shape the destiny of the country. But our country's destiny is in tatters. Who is going to set Nigeria free? Big question. With this, we come to the end of this. And I thank you all. Ricky, everybody who joined, J-Log, John, wherever, Upstopper, and everybody who joined here. I thank you guys for joining. It's 3:32 a.m. Let me catch some sleep ahead of my next broadcast, which is coming. It's going to be big. And I look forward to seeing you guys. I love you guys, and thank you for always joining and sharing our message. And for those who are visiting us for the first time, please do us a favor and subscribe to our channel and tell more people about ONN. We are a global movement looking for ways to influence global peace and security. God bless you all, and God bless the world. God save Nigeria.